Bonjour tout le monde. Thank you so much for having me today to talk about how to incorporate generative AI and web archiving workflows. I wish this presentation can uplift especially people with limited knowledge on computer programming in taking advantage of the emergence of generative AI to perform a larger scale and also automated web archiving workflows. So this comes to the background. Last year, the Canada-Hong Kong Library at the University of Toronto, where I worked as a student library assistant before, took the initiative to work to archive Hong Kong government statistical reports and data sets. There were over 500 statistical products on the catalog. That contains a mix of file formats, including PDF reports, spreadsheets, and also zip files. We wish to use the institutional subscribed archived product to archive the file download links for long-term preservation. And on the right-hand side, as you can see, there is a JavaScript block with an extendable list UI that contains the individual file links. As we test, it is impossible to directly use the built-in archived core to capture these links in order to preserve them. That means in order to web archive these links, we must get every individual links individually. So in the end, I successfully captured all the 15,000 file links and across all products, and used the archived service to web archive them. And also, in order to retrieve them later to create the metadata, a spreadsheet was created containing each file names, production year, original link pointing to that product, etc., etc. So to summarize, how did the web archive work take place? First, I extract all the links in each statistical product web page by using Python to read the HTML source code. Next, after getting all the links, I transfer all the 1,500 links to the archived platform using the platform's API, and eventually web archive them. Lastly, the metadata spreadsheet was generated. So each block or step can be seen as an individual task, and each individual task can be broken down into different subtasks. Let's take a look. How did I execute the first block or step, getting all the individual file links? As a programming novice back then, I used the 3 separate Python scripts as shown on the right-hand side to manage these subtasks. First, I collect. First, I collect all the product landing page manually by spreadsheet to a spreadsheet on the product catalog. Next, as they are all embedded links, when I copy and paste them to an Excel spreadsheet, therefore I convert these links into URL strings. Lastly, I used the Python Beautiful Soup package to call the product landing page and download it as a individual HTML file. Then I read through each individual HTML file in order to get all the individual file links and output these links to a CSV spreadsheet. This screenshot showcased the step 3 on the previous slide, where I asked ChatGPT to generate Python script for me. First and foremost, I think there are some tricks. First and foremost, I use point form to translate my plain words to programming syntax. And I found this is pretty important for the accuracy of the script you need. Another point is that I break down things into pieces and subtasks to limit the execution scope in order to get the generated script being more reliable. Lastly, I suggested some of the packages or techniques such as loops should be included in the script in order to increase the usability of the generated script. So to conclude, I think first of all, I think knowing some of the fundamental programming knowledge is still needed to construct the whole workflow, and the Carpentries workshop might be a good starting point. Next, rather than telling, I would argue that try to translate from your plain words rather than directly telling or giving a very rough or lengthy paragraphs prompts to the generative AI to generate some of the programming scripts. Moreover, try to think in a block by block and task-oriented mindset, and then break down into different sub-pieces in order to generate a script. And drawing a flowchart might help. Lastly, try to be agile. Don't limit yourself only using solely programming scripts, and try to incorporate other tools like OpenRefine and also Spreadsheet to perform your tasks. So this is the end. Thank you.